And welcome back, my friends, to part 3 of the Friday the 13th film series that we're looking at here. And we've gotten through the series the first time. And this was a space-saving box for me that came out, covering the first 8 films, which takes you through all of the Paramount releases. And it had a nice little bonus disc with a lot of bonus features. That also makes it a good box set to have. You can see all the list of special features there that they're giving us. The original DVDs that came out were pretty plain Jane, actually. But here we've got 2 for 1 on the cover art. They're giving us the first film and then the second film in one casing. There's Jason coming up out of the water. And I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but that is what Jason looked like in the first film. He did not wear a mask. And he was not the killer. There she is. That's probably going to be a little blurry trying to get through the plastic. Like I said, I've tried pulling these inserts out and flattening them out, and it's kind of a real hassle. They don't like to cooperate. So, you get the gist of it. But I do know it focuses a lot better centered up. Once we get out to those outside edges, those zoom lens kind of tends to distort and blur on text for sure. So we'll try to scoot back and forth a little, keep things in the sweet spot. Ew, I don't remember that. Part 3, as I said, it was originally in 3D. It was really nice. That was many years later, by the way, that they put that out in a 3D version. When it first came out, it was just the regular non-3D version, and me and a lot of my friends were really disappointed in that DVD release. We wanted 3D version. We wanted to see it the way we watched it in the theater. So, thankfully, with the advent of 3D TVs that were there for a while and popular for a bit, they started putting a few more films out in 3D with the red, blue, or other multicolored lenses. And I was buying those up for sure. I did like those. Oh no, this kind of popped out on me on that one. You gotta be careful with some of these DVDs. They'll do that. I always shake them when I go to buy them. Shake the disc, tap it, make sure that the disc is still on the hub. First thing I do if I get an Amazon or eBay package is shake that disc. See whether or not it's still on the hub. If it rattles, it bounces back and forth in the case, put it back on the shelf. Yeah, I also learned a valuable lesson at the flea market early on too, is open it up, make sure the disc is in there and it's the right disc. I have bought a few, not just DVDs and movies, but audio CDs as well, but they're not the right one. They're not yeah, it's got a disc, but it ain't the disc you thought you were buying. Or in the case of DVDs, when I first learned my lesson, yeah, I got home and opened it up to watch it, and there was no disc. Like, oh my gosh, darn it. But you learn from these mistakes so that you don't continue to make them. And that's exactly why I'm suggesting you check any used copies, make sure it's the right disc and that the disc is there. And if you're buying it brand new in the store, which pretty much just down to Walmart and still a little Target, I guess, not a lot of physical media being sold in stores anymore. Obviously, you don't have any choice when you're buying off Amazon. But shake that disc. And yeah, I've never watched any of these at all. If some of these were on some of the original discs, I may have. But if this is all new documentaries and stuff, then no, I have never seen any of those. I don't know what was underneath that picture there. Oh my, I'm glad I pulled that disc out. I would have missed that. That's a pretty creepy shot there, Jason. Did we miss some other shots? I guess we did, but that's not a real good shot. So we'll do a quick go through here and see what we were missing. Guess we weren't missing a whole lot in those two. But that one shot of Jason was sure cool. That would look a lot better if we took it out of the case. And there you have it. A little rehash because I missed those first go round. Alright, now we're up to the TV series. And I know there's a lot of people that love Jason and the Friday the 13th films. Didn't care for the show. They are two different animals. Oops, sorry about that, bumping the camera. They are definitely two different animals. Like I said, it's kind of like the Halloween 3 thing, Season of the Witch, where there's no Michael Myers. It's not a Halloween movie. That's pretty much the way I felt too. But I did like the show. And we're not going to go through all these discs because they're all the exact same, as you can see. But I would like to pop the first and last disc out and give you a chance at seeing the episodes. It's going to be kind of hard to read. Might not actually be worth the effort here, but at least you can see how the graphics are laid out and that you do get an episode guide. I prefer when they give us a booklet, but any episode guide is better than nothing. So if they want to print it on the inside of the sleeve and give us a clear case, that's fine. That's better than not getting an episode guide at all. As you can see, there's some Scotch tape on this one. I bought this on sale at Best Buy the day it came out, and this was the only copy they had, and it was cut and torn. But I went ahead and bought it anyways because, like I said, I had a coupon, I was getting a good deal on it, I really wanted to watch them. So I knowingly bought a damaged copy, and I kept thinking, oh, I'll get a case to replace it with some other day. But these cases aren't very common, even out in the used DVDs. What is this? I think a 6-disc case with the first and last disc. Yeah. Gosh darn it. He's just not wanting to cooperate there at all for us. But yeah, there was an episode listing, which is, like I said, something I really want to see on my TV show DVD releases. Like I did the MASH ones recently, and the original full season DVD releases did not give you an episode guide at all. No listing episodes whatsoever. So having had that Cocktails and Medicine box set that I bought used at a flea market, only to discover that the discs were tremendously damaged. Not all of them, but some of them. Now I look back and say, okay, fine. I got the episode guide. I got that collector's booklet, which is very nice in that set. If you want to get the MASH series, you want the whole run of the series, and you don't mind the packaging being as it is, then get that Cocktails and Martinis set, because that's the one that's got the best documentation on the inside. Looks like this one was just a 5-disc set for the last season, and that last disc did not want to come out of there. But yeah, I like this show. Like I said, it's a lot like Warehouse 13 if you watched it. Or if you watched this and not Warehouse 13, then you'd probably like Warehouse 13 as well. Because it is so similar. But there you have it. Friday the 13th in 3 parts. We wrapped up all the movies, the replacement box set, which, like I said, let me take 8 off the shelf and put the Space 3 back in. So sometimes it's worth spending the money. Plus you get that bonus disc of all those extra documentaries. So I hope you've enjoyed this trip down memory lane, Friday the 13th, and we'll see you another day.